All right, thank you all for being here. This is Blue Startups Demo Night in San Francisco. All right, well, thank you all for coming out. We have amazing companies here from cohort 16, our 16th cohort of Blue Startups. My name's David, I'm the program manager at Blue Startups. And also with us tonight, we have some alumni of previous cohorts that are gonna pitch as well. So before we get to all that, I have a screen back here with lots of logos. There's a QR code in the top right corner. And there you can scan to find some company information. So scan the QR code for information on all the companies, all the beautiful logos down here. But first, to kick everything off, I'm going to welcome Chenoa Farnsworth up to the stage. She's going to be the MC. She's also going to tell you a little bit about Blue Startups. All right, give it up for Chenoa.
All right, aloha.
Aloha.
Yes, it's so great to see many of you again, and some of you for the first time. So again, welcome to our little shindig here. For those of you who aren't familiar with Blue, I'm just going to run through some quick little program notes about Blue Startups. Many of you know us already, but just in case you don't. So we are a venture accelerator located in Honolulu, Hawaii. And we invest in companies both from Hawaii and from outside of Hawaii. You'll see that today. We've been ranked in the top 20 of accelerators in the country. Our companies have gone on to raise over $1 billion, including one IPO from Blue Startups Cohort 1, so that was really great. We've invested so far in 124 companies. That number goes up as of tonight to all of these folks that are in this cohort. And then we have over 200 international mentors. Some of our mentors are here tonight. If you're a mentor at Blue, raise your hand. Thank you, mentors, very much. We couldn't do this without you, so super grateful to our broad network, which is now all over the globe. So very, very excited for that. So some of the things we focus on, you'll see some of this tonight. SaaS is kind of the overarching bucket. We also work a lot with travel tech. We are in Hawaii, which is a big tourism hub, as you know, so we try to leverage that. Sustainability is another passion of ours, so you'll see some of that. In terms of founders, again, we look for founders in Hawaii. We look for female-founded companies, and we also have an East-West thesis. So we work with companies coming out of Asia into the U.S. and vice versa. So that is another area that we work to. Here's our program. So we run a 12-week program. 4 weeks is virtual, 8 weeks in Hawaii. It really sucks, right? You guys to have to be in Hawaii for 8 weeks. Oh, it's so hard, right? It was terrible. They mustered through the 8 weeks in Honolulu to get here to the 1 week in San Francisco. Like I said, we have a big network now. We've been in business for 11 years, so many of you have been following this journey for years, and I appreciate you doing that. So we've got over 500 investors in our network, 300 alums, over 250 mentors. We offer a lot of perks to our company, and we invest up to $250,000 now into each company. So that is growing with each fund. Here's this quick snapshot of our portfolio companies. Hopefully you might recognize some of them. Some of them have gone on to do amazing things, and this cohort will be no exception. The other half of the year, we work on this really fabulous event that's coming up in April called East Meets West. How many of you have been to our East Meets West program? Super fun, right? It's like the best conference ever, and I should know I go to a lot of conferences, so now, of course, I'm very critical. I'm like, this sucks. You guys should do it like we do it in Hawaii. East Meets West is a conference that brings together entrepreneurs and investors from both sides of the Pacific. So it is a really fun event, an international event in Hawaii. So come join us there. All right, so we're going to get started with the pictures. Okay, so David's going to be on the computer. Yeah. You're on the computer. All right, so we have the pitches from cohort 16 first, and then we're going to do a couple of alumni updates. They're going to be real quick tonight, 3 minutes. So we'll be, buzzing them off stage in 3 minutes. No, just kidding. I'm not going to actually time them, but they've been practicing, so I know it's going to be 3 minutes. So first up, AdminNow. We've got Paul. Paul is living in Kailua, Hawaii right now. Yay.
How's it going, everybody? My name is Paul Karaffa. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I'm the CEO of AdminNow. I've had 2 successful exits. I supported another through a merger, and AdminNow is my 3rd startup, and it focuses on a problem I've seen in the IT industry for the last 20 years. Let's start with our customers. Our customers are instantly recognizable by the keyboard prints on their foreheads. See, this guy tried to call Salesforce support, and they told him that he would have to spend $60,000 a year in a support contract to get help, or he could go online and fill out a very nice form and submit it, and in 48 hours later, they might be able to help him. See, one of the problems with businesses these days is they are using more software than ever before. But the ability to get support on those platforms is abysmal, as this guy has found out. So what is the state of IT support? Well, it's damn slow. And when you need help, waiting is not an option. IT support is stuck in email and chat. Real-time video just does not exist in this market. IT support typically starts with junior agents, wasting your valuable time before getting to the real experts. And long-term support typically requires contracts, which need to be negotiated and involve decision makers that miss the urgency. AdminNow changes all of this. AdminNow is a digital marketplace that helps companies that are using complex systems, like Salesforce, get real-time video IT support. Simply go to adminnow.io, sign in, put in your request, and get instantly connected to an expert via video. Your problems are resolved in 20 minutes or less. And at the end of the call, you can rate your contractor, and your contractor can rate you, so you can both grow on the platform. And AdminNow does all of this fast, easy, and affordably. And the problem and the opportunity here are earth-shattering. And AdminNow is well positioned to take advantage of a near untapped market problem. At an average gig size of $68, we turn an $18 profit, and we can be profitable in 6 months on a customer basis. Collectively, our team has over 50 years of leadership experience, and we are all ready to deliver on the vision of AdminNow. Thank you so much for taking your time. I hope that you will all join us on our journey. Thank you.
Thank you, Paul. So next up, we've got Mario, who you will probably be able to tell is originally from Italy, but currently living in Texas, but actually is going to be in San Francisco for the next month. So you have a long time to catch him. Mario.
Thank you, everyone. How are you? So let's start. What's the Wi-Fi password? Right? How many times have you asked this question before? And then end up connecting to an unsecure Wi-Fi, like the guest Wi-Fi here, honestly. So, I am the founder of CleverFi, and I have 25 years of experience in IT management as a CIO. And in the past 10 years, I've been building software as a service company, of which one of the companies sold for $200 million in January of this year. On top of that, I developed patent on the Wi-Fi technology that you're about to see. So, together with me, we are 3 technical founders and have 75 years of experience. My CTO, Fernando, he's the head of IT of the largest #1 bank in Argentina. And Luis is in charge of the 700 million daily login of Adobe. So, Wi-Fi, it's a 25 years old industry and is the fundamental of today's communication in every device that you use. But the problem is that when you share a Wi-Fi password, it is not secure because by default it's being shared. It's hard to change a password because things start to break apart. You know, like the TV at the conference will not work anymore, and etc. And it's hard to revoke access once you give it away. Houston, we have a problem. So, as you can see, devices can be hacked when you share one password. What we do, we provide every one of you with your Wi-Fi password so that you can use everywhere you go and know that you're going to be secure, that nobody can hack your device. And it's also make the lives easier because you will be using your password, not just any random password that are being written out there. So the user experience is very simple. You sign up with CleverFi. You can sign up with your Google account, with Office 365 if you're in the enterprise world, or you can sign up with your mobile number if you're more on the consumer side. And then we text you or email you your personal password that is secured to you. It's kind of like having your PIN number of your credit card. It's yours, and you use it everywhere in the world whenever you want to withdraw $100, right? It's very simple, and it has a built-in two-factor authentication. By doing this, we reduce cost of the IT management for the one that want to increase security. We also helping them enforce the latest security protocol, and we reduce cybercrime by 90% according to our customer feedback. So we currently have a business model as a B2B SaaS. We're selling through a yearly contract. We're piloting in Hawaii with 4 co-working spaces and 2 here in the US. And also we have business offices testing our technology. We have 15 prospects on our pipeline. And yes, it's pretty simple on the go-to-market side. We integrate with the big player like Cisco, TP-Link, the people making those routers, because we're just software, and we integrate with them. And then our enterprise sales team does the sales, which is me for right now. So, and I met the founder of Netflix last month, and he said, you have a technology the world needs, and he supported my project. Thank you.
Right, Mario, thank you very much. I'm really looking forward to the days where we don't have to ask what is the password. All right, so next up we have dabbL. Madhu, come on up.
Thank you everyone for coming. Now that we have the basics of our life sorted out, food, water, Wi-Fi, let's talk about dabbL. So, hello everyone, I'm Madhu, co-founder, CEO of dabbL, our AI-powered college and career guidance app for students. We are technologists with over 4 decades of experience in the tech industry. We are also moms who have raised high school students, and we understand their fears and challenges deeply. In the last quarter, we have launched our app. Our user base is growing. We have onboarded 2 schools, a few more in pipeline, closed an angel round, and we are one of the Garfield companies. Now, the college admissions landscape is fast changing, yet our students lack access to quality guidance, be it the overloaded counselors in school or insanely expensive independent counselors outside. Speaking of which, the independent counseling industry itself is a $3.5 billion industry fueled by the privileged 1%. Students continue to hedge their bets by applying to more and more colleges every year, and we are not a mental health company. Yet, as a society, can we all ignore the declining mental health of our teens? College and careers being the top stressors. They need to do less to do better. Yet, they scour over every resource possible, spending weeks and months trying to find their fit to no avail. What they need is access to guidance that's personalized to them, affordable, available 24/7, and they need their support network to be successful. Now, dabbL is empowering millions of high school students every year by providing them personalized college and career recommendations, something only the privileged 1% could afford today. Our AI tailors the recommendation to every student's inherent interests and preferences, affordably, in seconds, and without the bias of socioeconomic status, grades, GPA, all those. We also support school counselors. We double their efficiency by saving them hundreds of hours of manual work every day. So 2 different customer personas, a plan for every student, and we meet our customers where they are, be it through ads and influencers on digital platforms, school partnerships, sponsoring races, hackathons, webinars, or incentivizing both schools and students to onboard. Now, I have seen the battle, the struggles firsthand, and I would have happily paid a small subscription to give my child the support they needed. So would all supportive parents of high-achieving, ambitious high school students. Our initial target areas are carefully chosen based on that understanding, focusing on geos that are high-achieving with fierce competition. Now with that, I'm going to ask one question to everybody. Will you pay $200 an hour for a very curated list of colleges? Or would you pay $200 a year for the same list and best of the best on dabbL? That's us. We're raising $1.5 million to scale our user base and revenue for a follow-on round in 2026. Thank you.
Thank you, Madhu. I forgot to mention, she's from right down the road. It's not that exotic, but that's cool. We've got a California team here too. All right, next up is Melis with Ekos. She is all the way from New York. Let's go.
Hello, everyone. My name is Melis Dural, and I'm the founder and CEO of Ekos, a next-generation community management tool. I'm originally from Turkey. I know I sound a little Americanized now, but I actually only came here when I was 18. I graduated in 2009, and like many of you, faced a horrible economy. I had to figure out a way to find my first job, and it was through networking. And that's when I started attending a ton of events, joining hundreds of communities, trying to figure out a way to stay in this country. That's when I started meeting a lot of community managers. What I learned about them is they use an average of 10 to 12 tools, and their biggest issue isn't even trying to get us all into a physical or a digital space, it's engagement. Because not all of us are trying to get a visa in here. What the result is of their current tools is low member engagement, high turnover, disengaged members, because the existing platforms that they use are very focused on content management and not relationship building and not increasing retention and engagement. So why are these experiences that they're trying to get us into or not resulting in thriving networking hubs? Why are we missing out? That's why we built Ekos, an all-in-one community management platform that focuses on engagement and retention. You have event management, community management, and you drive engagement through AI-powered networking. You're able to monetize your community and track their engagement metrics. The business only gets better. The more communities, the more sessions, the more data, the better our AI gets, and the better analytics we can offer to the community managers. In long term, we're offering more communities, more events, which results in more users, which results in a marketplace, a network effect. As the business gets better, so does our AI, due to the data that we're collecting, which is connections, meetings, threads, communities, and event experiences. Our business model is subscription and white label. We already have over $100,000 in revenue and $650K in pending. We have over 30,000 users on the platform, 200 plus communities, have over 2,000 events, and 10,000 plus meetings have already taken place on the platform. Our go-to-market strategy is focusing on communities that are focused on professional networking, that are event and meeting heavy. We have started city ambassador programs. The first one is in Detroit. We have sponsored events and partnerships with JP Morgan, Breitling, and companies such as TriNet. And we're driving more community members onto the platform through event marketing, through email marketing, SEO, and content marketing. Users already love us, and we built an amazing team. I built my last company and grew it from 10 million to 60 million. Bakai, who's our CTO, has led the #1 communications platform in Turkey. Mehmet's been in the startup world for over 15 years. Please come find me today if you're interested in community engagement. Thank you.
Great, thank you, Melis. And many of you are already on the Ekos platform because you registered through it, so to be here today. So if you are, that's great. You can network right there on the platform. All right, next up, Stevens with FeedCoyote. I was going to say from Kentucky, but not originally. But anyway, most recently from Kentucky.
Thank you very much. Hello, everyone. Excited to be here today. Thank you for your presence. My name is Stevens. I'm the founder and CEO of FeedCoyote, where we help freelancers connect and collaborate on package deals with other freelancers so that they can make money together. The reason that I started this platform is I'm a seasoned freelancer and have always been exposed to the issues faced by independent workers. So I decided to launch FeedCoyote as a solution. We've already launched our platform and growing massively. Since we've launched the app, we've built a global brand that freelancers love to refer. In fact, we grew to over 50,000 users in the last few months across 130 countries, and currently onboarding on average 1,000 new users each week while maintaining over 90% monthly active users. Our go-to-market strategy has always been intentional and strategic. We primarily use a freemium model combined with a product-led growth strategy to bring these people to the platform. And now that we've established the foundations, we're currently converting free users to a paid plan and have already made over 21K ARR. We've also explored influencer marketing, which provided us a very sweet spot for our customer acquisition cost, and this is something that we'll be expanding on moving forward. And our goal is to reach over 1 million users within the next 18 to 24 months. So, how did we get here? Freelancing. I know. When people hear this word, they might be thinking, well, this is not real work. And that's a false perception because the reality is the freelance economy is massively growing. In fact, it's growing 14% year over year. However, freelancers still face many challenges growing their business. They waste on average 3 to 6 hours per week looking for collaborators and miss out on over $20,000 a year in potential earnings because they don't often possess the necessary skill sets to complete most projects on their own. And from a global perspective, there are 1.5 billion freelancers. This is a massive opportunity of $324 billion TAM. For example, imagine you're a software developer and need help with a software development project and don't necessarily have the content writing, graphic designing, or SEO skill sets. On our platform, you can easily collaborate with other freelancers for your project and increase productivity and everybody make money together. You find other freelancers to network with, you find collaborators, and you manage everything in one place with our built-in CRM all the way to payment processing. So, how do we make money? We provide a subscription-based model with plans starting at $11.99 per month per user, and we charge a transaction fee on invoices processed to the platform. And because of our current traction and the traffic that we're having on the platform, we've recently launched FeedCoyote Promo, which is our ad revenue generation system for brand and business partnerships. As a seasoned freelancer, I wanted to tackle the challenges faced by independent workers, so I quit my job at Microsoft and put an amazing team together to build this platform. We're not just tech enthusiasts, we are freelancers ourselves. We understand the struggles and know the needs, and that's why with our credentials and over 20 years of experience in marketing and software development, we are uniquely qualified to tackle these challenges. We are currently on iOS and Android. If you're a freelancer or exploring the freelance economy, download our app and join our thriving community. And we are currently raising $1.5 million seed round to accelerate our growth and have already 1/3 of the round committed. And if you're an investor, I would love to talk to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Stevens. All right, next up, we've got Vincent, who is all the way from Hawaii, although not originally. Nobody's originally from Hawaii. I don't know where anybody is from actually originally. All right, Vincent with Gidens.
Good afternoon, everyone. Again, my name is Vincent, and I just want to start by sharing a quick little story with you. My wife and I visited a restaurant, and we met the owner after having some delicious food, and he pulled us to the side and he said, you know what, my business won't be here next week because we're going out of business. And I stood there shocked because the man's food was amazing. And what he told us was that he could not handle the back office management task that it was required of him. So it had less to do with the quality of his food and what he was doing for his customers and more of the management. And so with that, I want to introduce you to Gidens, where we're helping to unleash the full potential of small business owners. So what Gidens does is Gidens proactively assists by helping to streamline workflows for small business owners. It automates to increase their productivity, and it advises to help them improve their decision making. And so, like the small business owner that I just mentioned to you, he's not alone. Many small business owners are littered with this threat of this trifecta of capital, risk, and time. Capital that requires securing or finding in order for them to run, the risk management in order for them to make quality decisions around their business, and then leveraging the limited amount of time that they have when it comes to running their business. And so to do this, this is how Gidens works. Gidens allows for the small business owner to connect securely to our platform. And then it proactively detects and communicates to the small business owner the need that they have, and in this case, a license that they need to fill out in order to be a vendor for an event. And so it proactively then completes that form and reviews it with the small business owner, and then submits it on their behalf, all while storing the files into a folder that was created for them when they onboarded. To do this, we leverage 4 primary data sources. We use data from small business owners, from subject matter experts, publicly available data, and industry data. We are starting in Hawaii first, and specifically in the vertical of the food and restaurant services industry. And then we will expand, after refining our business plan and our model, we will expand into other states, staying within the food and restaurant industry, which has about 1 million small businesses within that industry, and also generates a $1 trillion in annual sales. After further refinement, we will then launch into other industries, tapping into the 33 million small businesses that operate in the US. There's already a buzz generating with Gidens. We are a pre-seed stage company, and we have already 90 small business owners that are on our wait list. After speaking with a small business owner who's also an influencer, he agreed to leverage his platform and promote Gidens to his 982,000 followers. And he's not the only one. Spoke with another small business owner who also is willing to leverage their influence to promote Gidens to their community. We've been in active conversations with local and national partners such as the Chamber of Commerce, the Small Business Development Center, and Aspen Family Group. We are on the road to generate $2.4 million in revenue. Last month, we launched our alpha. Next month, we will be launching our beta. And in January, we will launch our MVP. And then in March, we're going to activate our premium subscription model for small business owners that will allow us to acquire 10,000 paid users. I am confident not only in the team that I have, which has over 30 years of experience in design and in development, but confident in the fact that what we would have been able to accomplish in a short amount of time of working with each other. Just in 10 weeks alone, we built a prototype. We grew our wait list from 0 to 90. We hosted a small business event to connect with the community. We relaunched our website. We grew our team, and we built local partnerships. So just imagine what we can do in a year. We are currently raising $1.2 million that will go toward our product development, allow us to be SOC 2 compliant, acquire those 10,000 paid users, expand beyond Hawaii into other networks, and have at least 18 months of runway. Our goal is simply this: to simplify small business owners' operations with AI, so that if you or any other small businesses that you know, they can do what they love while we handle the rest. Thank you. That's
Guidance, thank you very much. Next up, we have Jacqueline with Energy Maven.
Hi, can you hear me okay? Yes. Great. I'm Jacqueline, founder and CEO of Maiven Energy. Maiven is a software platform that helps utilities reduce energy costs and carbon emissions in homes to help them meet their mandates. Recently, we confirmed our first utility scale contract, and actually, as of yesterday, we have confirmation on our second. The reason we're moving so fast is we don't sell directly to utilities. Instead, we're selling to their program implementation partners who have already won these RFPs. And they have contracts across the country. So we expect to scale really quickly because of our go-to-market strategy, but also because there are a ton of tailwinds in the space right now. Unprecedented levels of funding combined with steep mandates and a push towards decarbonization. We're in the right spot with the right product at exactly the right time. And it's not a coincidence. Our team has a ton of experience in this space, so we've been watching these trends come together over the past 15 years. I personally started my career in energy about 15 years ago, climbing through attics, testing heating systems, connecting homeowners to utility incentives, and saw a bunch of the inefficiencies that Maiven is solving today. Specifically, home energy assessments, a prerequisite for accessing many energy upgrade incentives, are still done the same way that I did them, by people. So your utility will actually send someone to your home to walk around and collect energy data for 3 to 4 hours, drop that manually into an energy modeling software, and then provide you with a really difficult to read PDF report. So Maiven replaces all of that, but before that, these programs are extremely well funded. So for the last decade, or last 10 decades, sorry. So for the last few decades, utilities have been paying over $5.9 billion every single year to run these programs. And this year there's an additional $8.9 billion coming through state energy offices, specifically for home energy rebates. So these programs are really well funded, but can only reach at best 14 to 16% of homes. There's a lot of wasted funding. Maiven comes in and solves this systemic problem by partnering directly with utility programs as the tech provider. So we're replacing the manual processes with our automation and AI. Specifically, when a utility partners with us, residents receive access to the Maiven Home Energy app. They log in, are synced with their utility accounts, and then are led through on-screen instructions to collect all the data required for a custom home energy model. Maiven Intelligence takes this data and builds a baseline profile of the home. Then we run a variety of simulations on top of that data to calculate the exact cost and carbon impact of all the upgrades you can make. We provide you with personalized recommendations, and you can adopt these changes directly to the app. So we're providing solutions in minutes rather than months. Our early pilot results were actually amazing. We've increased adoption of weatherization and electrification by 25% and reduced labor costs for our partners by over 87%. So to put it in perspective, for every 1,000 homes a utility is servicing, we're saving over $700,000. And that's ratepayer funded. So we should all be excited about this. Our average contract size is $1.9 million per year for 3 to 5 year contracts. We have 20 contracts in our pipeline. Closing 50 is 100 million ARR. There are 3,000 utilities in the US. We have a huge opportunity, and this is only 1/4 of the type of customers that would fit our profile, or our ideal customer profile. There are a lot of people playing in the electrification space with this advanced funding. We're doing something fundamentally different. So it puts us in a really great place to win. Our focus was on closing 2 contracts this year, but we actually just did that. So now we're going to deliver those contracts and then our raise. So we're having an early close given the new revenue this Friday actually, and we'll plan to reopen potentially next week. So yeah, thanks so much.
Right, good job, Jacqueline. She is on a tear. All right, up next, the newly rebranded Nimble Brain, Matt from the Big Island. Used to be ThreadScribe. If you had looked at that profile previously and you're like, where's ThreadScribe? This is ThreadScribe. It's now Nimble Brain.
Hear me? Cool. This whole process has been 12 weeks in the making, so I'm very excited to be here. So thank you for the opportunity. As Chenoa mentioned, I am Matt from Nimble, I'm the CEO. Nimble is a low-code enterprise platform that allows you to build, scale, and deploy AI agents within your business. And we built a powerhouse team of people to be able to do this. So myself, I'm a two-time founder. I've been with Lockheed Martin building weapon control systems and doing cybersecurity for a number of years. My first startup was Forever Oceans, where we built open ocean aquaculture systems. John, our CTO, the former CTO of Ericsson, there's a good chance that he managed some of your internet traffic at some point. And Lou is a 25-year vet who spent time at NASA, Dolby Labs, and Novell. Together we have, I think, about 20 different exits and a dozen patents under our belt. And so while we've been successful building applications for a number of different domains over a number of years, not everybody has. Most AI projects never actually make it into production. And that's usually due to time, cost, or expertise. You don't have the team to put it together. The fact is, it's really hard to get these into a production level deployment. So our solution allows us to solve this problem in two different ways. First, we are pioneering what we're calling deep agent technology. We've packaged up our level of AI expertise and our software expertise into AI that actually helps you build and deploy your AI agents. These AI agents are more powerful, they're more accurate, and they're faster to build than you could build on your own. Second, if you're building an AI solution, you have to talk about usage, you have to talk about tokens under the hood, right? What we're building, and what we will be building next year, is the ability to crank out tokens. We sort of need to become, I don't know if you've been to the arcade, like the Chuck E. Cheese or Dave & Buster's of token generation. And we're going to be deploying our system on top of that platform that allows us to do three things. Make our price point the most affordable on the market, which will drive our margins through the roof. We'll be able to deploy AI agents in minutes, not months. And we're going to have a flexible underlying architecture that allows you to use any model with no vendor lock-in. And deep agents are fast to build. I'll just show you real quick. First, you connect your data, you bring in public and private data sources, could be PDFs, could be Google Drive, could be URLs, right? We then provide you with intuitive prompts right here built into the platform that allow you to continuously build, grade, and enhance your agent. And then we put it to work. Question and answer agents, report generation. And let's just talk about maybe one report that you might have to build. Does anybody do any investing in here? Have a Monday partner meeting where you have to... So one specific use case like this, you might have a number of different pitch decks that come in from all over the place, financial models, Excel files, different types of things. You can actually build a workflow that provides that due diligence, maybe does some background checks on founders, pulls in information from pitch decks or PitchBook and LinkedIn, and we deploy that report right within your ecosystem. And then we provide better decision making for you and the team, increase your DPI to your investors and your LPs, and ultimately get really fast decision making around innovative companies like Nimble. Our go-to-market is twofold. We have direct sell opportunities into a number of beachhead verticals, legal, customer support, real estate. And we have channel partners that we're exploring as well, where we can OEM and license this technology and scale very rapidly. Price point wise, we're taking a page from the DigitalOcean playbook, where we're coming into the market at an extremely affordable price point. This goes back to the underlying technology. Under $5, being able to take this, land and expand customers right into the platform and continue to move them up further up into higher price points. And we are opening a $2 million round. I'm excited to share to do just that, to expand our channel partnerships, to grow to 9,000 monthly active users, and to reach $100,000 by the end of next year. So if you're interested in talking to us more, coincidentally, myself and Lou wore the same shirts. We kind of have a uniform here. We'd love to chat with anybody who's interested. So thank you so very much for your time.
All right, that's a co-founder alignment for you. They didn't even have to talk about it beforehand. All right, next up we have Randy, all the way from LAIE. Definitely one of our most experienced founders to ever go through the program. We're really excited to have Skidattl.
We're getting close to the end, but I can feel the room falling asleep. So take a quick break. Raise your left arm, come on, stretch it, and your right arm, get both up. Now lean forward and say, "Hail, Randy." All right, we're feeling good. All right, I am a 4-time founder, and I am a 4-time exiter, and I've got a 9x return for my investors over those companies. Here's the 4 companies. You might have heard of Swipe, where you enter text by sliding your finger. 1.5 billion users of that. And these companies ended up inside of Microsoft and Apple. And I went with that acquisition to Apple 10 years ago, and I've been leading engineering teams there ever since. But I left that for something better, which is Skidattl. Skidattl is a platform that lets you place virtual signs in the real world using augmented reality that helps you have interactive and engaging experiences. So it's really democratized augmented reality. Anybody can place these things, anyone can see them. It's outdoor, and just think about all the places outdoor you could have signs. There's a great business-to-business opportunity here with smart cities, theme parks, real estate, music festivals. We're doing a charity golf tournament in Turtle Bay in 2 weeks on Oahu. So golf courses, it can be everywhere. Since there's so many use cases, we realize we need to build a platform where people can do this themselves. So we've got a SaaS. It's very simple. It's like creating a Facebook post. You just use our software and you create these virtual signs. We call them beacons. Then when you want people to see them, you can just use a QR code. They scan that with their phone and it immediately launches them into our experience. You don't have to download an app. We use app clips and open and instant apps. And you can see where yoga is in the park now. So all sorts of things that you just can't use a map for. It's super easy. My 83-year-old mom has used it, and she's pretty good at it. We already have traction, so we deployed in the South by Southwest app this year. So it was actually in the South by Southwest conference. We've also done pilots this summer at major music festivals, theme parks, and other conferences. So the marketplace that we're in is called proximity marketing. Pretty huge, of course. We all have billion-dollar markets. This one is growing fast. Everything is about location nowadays. Just ask my Waymo driver this morning who brought me here. Pushing the wrong button. Okay, so how do we make money at this? Because AR has been out there. So there's 3 ways. Subscription, licenses, and advertising. We're focusing first on subscriptions, and we've partnered with the world's largest sign-making franchise company called Signorama. They have 700 stores across the world. They make physical signs, now they're making virtual signs. So we're doing this B2B SaaS business, and we're scaling that over 3 years to be a $35 million a year company. But there is a B2C use for this. All of you are probably thinking, I want to use this for my garage sale next week. So there is a consumer play to this, and when that happens, the sky's the limit. So we're raising money, just $1 million, and we're doing that with a $10 million cap safe, and that's going to help us go to market, which is in January. We've done all these pilots, the thing's working. You're going to be able to try it. Come by our table and try it. You'll see. So I've been at Apple and Nike for the last 10 years, and I brought some rock star developers with me. Apple Vision Pro team engineers, my top engineers at Nike, and we have a truly amazing team. I have equally amazing advisors. These are all the companies we've all been at. Okay, so this is a big deal. I left Apple to do this. I truly believe Skidattl is going to help everyone get off their screens and re-engage with the real world, which I think we could use more of. And I know some of you are saying, I've heard this song before. We invested in AR 8 years ago, didn't fulfill its potential. So here's why we're different. We're not sitting on top of gaming engines like Unity. We're not doing gimmicky things like dragons flying through the air. We're just using AR as a tool to place virtual signs in real locations in the world. And we can do this because we have a world-class engineering team. We're using the native APIs in iOS and Android, so we don't have to sit on top of those engines. And it just makes the experience super clean, super simple. We've made it easy for anyone to make AR and to use it. And more importantly, we've made it easy to monetize. We've got some great business cases. So Skidattl, it's where the fun is. The fun is where you are. Let's skedaddle.
Right, Randy, thank you very much. Next up, Jason with Umi, citizen of the world, but currently living in Hawaii.
大家好. Hello everybody, my name is Jason Sharp. I'm the founder and CEO of Umi, Binge Watch to Fluency. We launched just last year and we've been growing super fast. Last month we did $135,000 in revenue and we've already broken into the top 100 education apps in the US. And so we have over 9,000 paid subscribers growing 80 per day. And we're doing this in two main ways. We partner with teacher influencers that are teaching language on TikTok and Instagram, and we run ads on Meta and Google, and we're doing that profitably with a payback period of under 1 month. And we're able to achieve this because our users are so excited that most of them are buying annual or lifetime subscriptions with over 60% of our revenue coming from that stream. And excitingly, most of this is just with teaching Japanese in the US on iOS. There is a huge opportunity to copy this model across the globe and with other languages. Last month, we were testing out Korean and Spanish to huge success. So, language learning. It takes a really long time. And the solutions in the market force a trade-off between effective learning or engaging learning. And that's because the solutions in the market are based on an antiquated text-based teaching model that is boring and slow. When what we really want to do is connect with the culture and the people of that language. So, introducing Umi. Umi teaches language from short video clips from popular foreign film, allowing learners to connect with the culture and learn from native speakers in context on day one. So we can throw away that trade-off and finally, with video, have the best of both worlds. And this is where the market's going. Learning is going video. That's what Gen Z wants. And they have a hunger for foreign language film, like anime and Korean drama. We are language learning and consumer app experts. My co-founder here has been building software for over 15 years and has felt the pain himself as an immigrant from Russia. And I started my career in China as a translator for Lord of the Rings. And I eventually went on to build a consumer app called Quick Match to 25 million users globally. And we worked with all of the top influencers, including this guy, which you might recognize, Mr. Beast. So we're raising our seed round, $3 million, to do $5 million in revenue next year. If you want to make the world multilingual and be a part of the fastest growing language learning app in the world, please come and talk to me.
Awesome, Jason. I still can't speak any other language, but there's still hope, right? So that concludes cohort 16. Big round. All right. Of course, because that was cohort 16, that means there were 16 other cohorts, and occasionally we like to hear from them guys too. So we have a few alumni that are going to give us some updates today. So first up, Celitech. Al, come give us a quick update.
Hey guys, excited to be here. I'm Al Ferris, co-founder and CEO at Celitech. And for a bit of background, I built Access Technologies before Celitech out of Hong Kong and built Access from scratch to $100 million. That made me among the very few to be picked by the US government to receive an Einstein green card. So that's how I became a proud citizen last year. And that's why my profile is in Who's Who in the US at the White House. And I've been a traveler, so I've traveled over 100 countries so far. I was always frustrated with roaming. As a matter of fact, 70% of international travelers turn off their roaming because it's pricey and don't get a local SIM card because it's inconvenient. So what we've created is basically a new category for travelers to bundle connectivity with their bookings. So whether you're booking a flight, a hotel, any international trip, you will be able to add connectivity exactly like you add travel insurance. Now, to be able to achieve that, we've pioneered a concept called programmable eSIM, so that you can add it in one click. It takes your booking and create an eSIM that fits exactly your trip so that you can add it in one click, which makes it highly converting to our partners, but also highly convenient to the traveler, who can add it and save up to 80% on roaming. Now, we also help our partners, like besides selling this connectivity as a new category, we help them do more with it. Part of what we do for them is basically help them brand the wireless network so that they can benefit from over 400 mobile impressions per traveler per day, so that they can push other upsells they may have. Now, we're a B2B SaaS company, with a healthy gross margin of over 60% or over 65%. We have an LTV to CAC of over 6, and we're currently powering like a lot of pilots for strategic customers within OTAs, fintech, recently expanded to airlines, and last week we've signed our first cruise line, MSC Cruises. So we're currently powering around 3,000 bookings per day. We expect to be powering 3,000 bookings per hour within next year. We raised a small seed round in August 2022, 1.2 million. That was led by GoFund out of Irvine, and we used that money mainly to bring on board my co-founders, Rich Bratton and Lauren Koenig, who are my commercial co-founders, and they've helped me build a funnel. Now we're at $300 or $200 million in the funnel. We just hit $1 million in ARR, and we expect to 10x within the next year. We got some media coverage, and we're currently raising $5 million to basically go to the next level, which is 10 to 15x growth within the next 1 to 2 years. We already have $2 million committed to our round. If you'd like to join our round, please talk to me after the event. Thank you so much.
Right, Al, amazing progress. So fun to see it. Our next alumni is Vanta, also with great progress. Come on, Pat.
Cool, thank you very much. I just gave this pitch at the Startup World Cup last week, so if you didn't attend that, then now you get the chance. So if you have kids, you're probably familiar with a lot of these problems. There's a global crisis right now. Our kids' futures are in jeopardy. Mental health, cyberbullying, substance abuse. We actually started this company because my co-founder's son was cyberbullied playing Fortnite. So we wanted to create a safe place for kids to learn, grow, game. Now, we knew a couple things starting out. For one, after-school programs have been well known to address these problems for decades, but they're not very well widespread. Right? 40 million kids every year do not participate in after-school programs. It's about 1.5 billion globally. So we created the other thing that we also tuned into is that esports and gaming is a global phenomenon. Right? We have the perfect after-school program that if we packaged it, we could access 90% of kids, and we could use this as a way to get them to these after-school programs for those same benefits. So we created the all-in-one home for esports after school. We're building the infrastructure for the space. So a lot of you might be familiar with esports. For the most part, that's professional. We're building and filling the gap below that for all of amateur. Think youth sports. It's a $30 billion fractured market. We're building the infrastructure for a $300 billion market, all under one roof. Now, we built the core of this around coaching. We said, okay, why do these after-school programs work? Why does the impact actually happen? And it's that human connection. It's mentors, teachers working with students to help them engage and feel part of their community, work on social emotional development. So we created the first digital version of this. This is digital coaching happening in esports. We, for the first time, have these kids feeling connected to their community. And don't take it from me, our teachers are telling us that this is the only reason the kids are coming to school. 60% of these kids are exactly that 40 million. It's the first after-school program they've ever done. They're saying, hey, I finally am part of this school, this community. We're not just stopping at schools. The infrastructure we've created allows us to work across brands and players themselves. The brands love this because they can finally access in an effective way Generation Z and Generation Alpha, a notoriously hard to engage community. We also have the technology where we build white labels for larger enterprises like Verizon. We just launched this fall nationally. And we're growing pretty rapidly. When I originally did this, we had just entered Texas. You can see the map has changed significantly in just a year. We now have national properties, we have state leagues all across the US, but we're still working on a fraction of the schools and the potential for this market. Even so, we're already profitable. We should generate about 2.3 million in revenue this year. Next year, off a $20 million pipeline, about 5.6 million. I think that's conservative. We should be able to double or triple that. And we have some opportunities that are $10, $15 million in the pipeline. Now, the big picture is this. We want to be able to build and connect the entire esports ecosystem under one roof. This is a digital space, the first digital sport. This represents a pathway to $3 billion in revenue. We have a great team. We come from a wide variety of backgrounds, professional sports, we're veterans, West Pointers, serial entrepreneurs, but really it's not about us. This is about building a scalable and impactful solution to a global crisis. Now, if you really want to change the world, you need to focus on the kids and the next generation. So we're advanced at believing that purpose and profit are not mutually exclusive. So we're not actually raising right now, but come talk to us anyways if you're interested in what we're doing. So appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Pat. Oh, our microphone, I think, is dying. All right, last but not least, we have Jessica with Kind Traveler. She was in our COVID cohort, so believe it or not, we've just met for the first time right now, even though I feel like we know each other so well. Jessica.
Thank you so much, Chenoa. Hi everyone, I'm Jessica Blotter, and this is Sean Preachy. We are the founders of Kind Traveler. Sorry about that. On a vacation to Belize, we witnessed the devastating effects of poverty, plastic pollution, and animals in despair. It became clear that our travel dollars could and should do more for the places that we visit. Turns out that the travel industry is responsible for 8% of carbon emissions globally, and environmental degradation is accelerating rapidly. As just one example, our coral reefs could be extinct by 2050. At the same time, 60% of travelers want to give back to local community and environmental causes when they travel, but they lack an easy means to do so. There's currently a big gap between traveler intent and action in responsible travel. Our solution is Kind Traveler's Every Stay Gives Back model, where a portion of every guest stay with our lodging partners funds local causes regardless of where the booking takes place. This represents a huge pivot from our original booking model, now making contributing to causes easier than ever through live impact dashboards that tell the destination sustainability story.
We're targeting the $1.7 billion industry through DMOs, hotels, and tour operators to capture $27 million in annual revenue. This would just be 5% of the market in the next 3 years. Our revenue model is simple. It's a membership-based program where tourism boards pay $50,000 and tour operators and hotels pay just $2,000 a year.
We currently have 415 partnerships with DMOs, hotels, and charities in 25 countries. Visit California has been our partner for 3.5 years, and we've been cited in 600 news articles as a leader in responsible tourism.
And more importantly, we've raised $350,000 for local charities so far, but $300,000 of that was just last year after our pivot. Here's a quick example of our Sonoma Tourism partnership over the last 4 years and some of the impact that we've been able to create and help them with.
We create deep emotional engagement with travelers, providing them with live impact dashboards and storytelling. Kind Traveler is unique in driving both social and environmental impact through our B2B2C model. Our go-to-market strategy includes continuing to grow our DMO, hotel, and tour operator partnerships while building brand recognition through influencers. We'll scale globally through impact data licensing to OTAs and other travel platforms.
Our goal is to partner with 10,000 hotels, 1,500 tour operators, and 75 DMOs in the next 3 years. This would generate $27 million annually in revenue, but not more importantly, donate $69 million to local causes. We are raising $2 million to increase partnership, or to scale partnerships, increase sales and marketing, and
establish our impact data licensing.
We are a perfect market. We have established a product market fit and are first to market.
I led Kind Traveler with a decade of experience in responsible tourism, and we've put together a team of notable advisors, one of which is in the room right now, to guide our path forward. I forgot to mention that Sean is also a U.S. Air Force veteran and brings his leadership through that as well. Together with your support, we can create a tourism industry where every travel experience gives back to build a sustainable future. Thank you.
Much. Okay, so all of our cohort 16 companies have booths around the room, if you're wondering what those tables are. So they are going to be there so you can find them very easily, and they're even in alpha order, kind of, sort of. I noticed one mishap there, but anyway, it's close. M and N, they're very close together. It gets confusing. So anyway, please stick around. There's drinks. We're going to have some Hawaiian barbecue food. So yes, and lots of networking. So please stay and hang out with us and talk to our entrepreneurs. And thank you everyone for coming. I know there's a lot going on this week in SF Tech Week, so we super appreciate your presence here today. And mahalo, mahalo, mahalo to all of you. Okay, let's get to the networking.